G'day, Big V. We are with our youth women here as we got our grand finals right around the corner with an abundance of eliminations here with our youth champ women. It was Melbourne hosting the Bendigo Braves and they fell ever so short, 64-68. It was such a close game the whole time, really. It was back and forth. It was just Bendigo's 21 to 19 point quarter, which sort of just put him in that lead at the start. But, even then he was back and forth for pretty much the rest of the game, Mark.
Yeah, it was an absolute cracker, this game. It's exactly what we expected it to be. Layla Davis was enormous in this one with 19 points and 8 rebounds. As she tried to carry her team to a win, she just needed that second contributor that didn't quite come along on the weekend. And it's probably reflecting their shooting percentages weren't nearly as high as what they needed to be for that second and third scoring option. But, they put up a really good fight. But Poppy Blanche was enormous for Bendigo. She had one of her better games of the season with 20 points, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And Lavinia Cox, the name we've sort of expect it week in, week out, 18 points, 7 boards and 4 assists as she led her team.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you got Jessica Smith there, who's sort of their third scorer, who can really have a day out. I think she's had some high 20-point games throughout this season. So a really, really good scoring contributor for Bendigo as they move on to the grand final where they host Keilor as the reigning champions. They upset Altona 83-66. This was something I personally probably wasn't expecting as Altona have just had such a dominant season. Alicia Scabreras has been amazing all year. Cassie Dodemain has been fantastic. Riani Matthews has been awesome. But, these girls just struggled to put the ball in the basket. They weren't awfully bad. These shooting percentages weren't dreadful. 3-point line wasn't fantastic, just a 16% from the game. But, the field goals from twos aren't even that bad.
Yeah, it's the fact they couldn't stretch the floor, I think, really hurt them in this one. They just couldn't open up the game for themselves offensively, which then led, it's always harder to score when the opposition is being able to get out and run and keep their score tallying ticking over. So Caitlin Peterson was enormous for the visitors, Thunder, with 19 points to go with her 3 steals and 3 assists. She was really, really good. And someone who stood out for me was also Macy Boyle with 13 points, 8 rebounds and 3 steals. I thought she had a fantastic game.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Meg Lucas, 10 points to go with her 6 rebounds and a few steals here and there as well was fantastic in their performance. Zoe Shaw made the starting 5 last week and had another good game here, just a consistent player. But yeah, Caitlin Pearson with her 19 points, someone who's probably more known for a defender. I know her personally at Maribyrnong College. She's known for her defensive efforts, so fantastic to see her on the score and the All-Star 5 this weekend.
Fantastic, and sets up a really exciting grand final for us with at Keilor with Bendigo heading there. So 100%. Well done to them. Over to the Youth League 1 Women, Ted, and we had Bulleen come away with a win, an 11-point win over Wyndham on the back of a big fourth quarter. 7-point differential there in the fourth, just getting that little bit of buffer to be able to enjoy themselves. And who was the star of the occasion, Ted?
Yeah, I had a few names listed, but I had to cross them all out before this game even started, to be honest. Talia Leeson with 37 points, 3 from 5 from 3. She got to the free throw line and shot 50% there. Her 5 steals as well. She was just absolutely dominant in this game.
Awesome game. And she could have had a 40-piece there, Ted. She should have shot a few more free throws in. She would have had a 40-piece.
I know, even the 1 assist. She should have just had 0, would have been 40.
No, huge game for Talia. Well done to her and the Bulleen girls. Ewan Acott was impressive off the bench with 14 points and 3 rebounds and 4 steals against her old team from last year. So well done to her. And the Wyndham girls, a really, really good season. They've much improved from last year.
That was amazing.
They had a huge improvement, and it's led by none other than Jasmine Goodman, who, again, did herself no disservice with 24 points and 8 rebounds and 5 assists, and Alex Connolly as well with 16 points was impressive. This probably didn't have enough support around them on the night.
Yeah, I think even losing Lucy Oxford in this season hurt them a little bit. They probably lost that sort of experience in the sort of guard position.
Yep.
But I mean, Jasmine Goodman stepped up in a massive way this year. She was dominant, and Elise Connolly as well. Mackenzie Drew has had some massive games herself, so they have had a fantastic year to get where they've gone to as well.
Yep, well done to them. And then over to one of the upsets of the weekend, I would suggest.
One of the upsets. I think this probably has to be like the biggest one, considering Eltham went undefeated for the season.
Yeah, and it was certainly a great game. And Camberwell Dragons win 65-59. They were just able to slow down the Wildcats' scoring. It was quite clear the instruction was to try and kill that ball reversal and create the disruption that way. And credit to the Dragons girls, they stuck very much to the scout and were able to get it done.
Absolutely, and for a team that rebounds so well, they do a massive job, whether they know this or not, of keeping teams to one possession pretty much every single trip. Like, they have some amazingly good rebounders, 3 of them in over 10 rebounds for the game. So, keeping Eltham to just 9 offensive rebounds. I assume majority of them were probably long ones, off a 3-point or a tip or whatever it is. But Camberwell do really have that advantage of holding teams to one possession every single trip.
Yeah, 100%. It was really noticeable, and let's not take anything away from Eltham. Hell of a season. Congratulations to the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it is difficult having that burden of being undefeated on your back. Yep. But they have had some incredible individual performances, and it's an incredible team performance overall. So, well done to Eltham, and I'm sure we'll see them, in the youth qualification series next year as well.
Yeah, without a doubt, they'll be fantastic in the years to come. I do not doubt that. With some genuine experience, probably moving into the NBL 1 side as well. So they've got a bright future.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving to Youth League at 2 women here, their longest final sort of campaign, and we're almost there. They have Whittlesea coming up against Albury in a win and go to the grand final. And it was Whittlesea who got it done by 22 points, 82-60 over the Albury Wodonga Bandits. It was Peyton Burns with 22 points to go with her 7 rebounds. She was our top performer for the game. Isabella Ryan moved to the bench here to start, but she still played her 27 minutes and had her 18 points and 9 rebounds. It was a fantastic performance from Whittlesea.
Yeah, Whittlesea a really impressive unit, and it's they've got weapons who come off the bench as well as who start, and I think Peyton Burns' athleticism at this level is just really impressive, and it's as well as Rani Taylor's overall leadership with 14 points, 10 boards, 4 assists, and 6 steals. She was, I had the luxury of seeing her in week 1 of finals, and she was the one who stood out for me as controlling the team and being a real on-court leader for the Pacers.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you've got to give credit to this Albury Wodonga team because they have scrambled up some teams quite a lot this season. So it's been hard to build some consistency for the girls. But, Georgie Sangler has been amazing all year round. 14 points and 2 rebounds in her performance here. Claudia Hocking with her 17 and 5 in this game. Two players who have played majority of this season. So fantastic to see the 2 of them go out in such a good way.
Yeah, exactly. They've credit to Albury Wodonga. They've had a whole bunch of injuries across the year. It's a whole lot of travel. I think once you add their kilometres up, it's significantly more than anybody else in the league. So a really good fight for them, and we'll see them for the Youth League qualification series as well, which is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, well, we really will. Look, that'll be all for us for our Youth Women Grand Finals next week. Keep it locked. It's a very exciting time.